What do you think that this one came down to?
Well, I mean, we had it, well, we cut it to 2 at the end of the third quarter. And, I thought we were in pretty good shape, and we gave up an open 3 at the end there that really kind of hurt us. But I think the overriding theme in the game was our inability to get enough people, get enough other people to contribute in our offense, other than Paige having to do the way Paige had to do it. So I think for us going forward, we need more contributions from more people, because they get a lot of contributions from a lot of people, So we need to be able to do that, And obviously, if AZ was one of those people that we could throw it to, maybe that changes things, but it shouldn't be the answer. I mean, if you're playing at Connecticut, you have to be that kind of kid that can, that can make an impact in a game like this, I think.
You mentioned earlier this week that you were curious to see how your players were just handle this environment, right?
Yeah.
All that comes with it.
Yeah.
How do you feel like they did, especially with, all 10 of your available players, this was their first time playing here?
Yeah, none of them had ever been in this environment, So I thought, we were even the whole second half, I think, for the most part. I thought overall, they handled themselves okay. I just think that when you're clawing back all the time, it takes a life out of you after a while, But no, all in all, I think I think they handled it pretty well. I do.
Paige had to work so hard on
Yeah.
so many shots. Can you just talk about how special she is and what it meant to you to see 2 All-Americans like that competing?
Yeah. Well, we shot a lot of free throws tonight. Against a team that plays really poorly defensively, and they're not aggressive at all. So I can understand why we didn't get to the free throw line at all. But some of that is, you've got to take some of the pressure off of Paige, And sometimes she's her worst enemy, because she over-penetrates to try to get something in traffic and get to the free throw line and blah, blah, blah. And I think she makes it a little bit harder on herself than it has to be. But at the same time, if you're gonna play her the way they played her, which I think is what she's going to see a lot of. We need other contributions, and Paige is going to try to carry the team by herself when she thinks there aren't a lot of those contributions, and that's not good for her, and that's not good for us. So yeah, that's on us as coaches. We need to do a better job of that. And then if we have to play her the whole game, that's another layer on top of that. So we just got to find, some people to do a little bit more than they did tonight to help her.
The 3-point struggles, how much do you attribute that to the way that they defended you guys versus just kind of an off night shooting?
I would say the 2 concerns. One, we weren't able to get enough of them, okay? And then certainly we didn't make enough of them. I think the score was, 30-9 on threes, right? They made 10, we made 3.
Yeah.
That's a big, big, big deficit to try to come back on. So if you put, the threes and the free throws, it's just miraculous that we were even in this, in the second half. So yeah, we have to get more of them. I thought we had opportunities to get more of them, and we didn't. And being able to, you can say somebody's a pretty good 3-point shooter. Well, you really find out how good a 3-point shooter they are when they make them in this environment with the score, when you're down 5 or 6 or 7, it's late in the game. So first we work on getting more of them, and then we'll work on them going in.
What do you think of Sarah Strong's development? And really, this is like probably the biggest moment she's had.
Yeah, I
in
thought the
league.
fouls in the first half really set her back a little bit, you know. The third one was really weird, you know, it was just kind of an accidental foul. But yeah, this is the first time in her career that she faced an environment like this, and she's only gonna get better and better and better, and I thought that there were times when she was a little more passive than she can be. You know, other times this year, she really took on an aggressive mentality. So I don't know if the fouls maybe made her a little more passive, but yeah, we need her. How many shots she take tonight? 10. That's 12. She took 12 shots today. Yeah, that's probably not enough, you know. So same thing, you know. 2 for 7, you know, she's better than that.
And how do you view her as like the 5? I feel like you guys got pretty good backcourt depth. So how do you feel about that look?
Yeah, I like it. You know, we would have to play small, which when we do, I think it changes how we play. You know, you always say, well, we're gonna play a couple big guys, but they have to be productive too. So sometimes being smaller gives you more opportunities because the floor opens up a lot more. And she's really good in the open floor because she's a tremendous passer. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of times when it'll be Sarah and 4 guards, for sure.
Seeing this Notre Dame team up close, do you think this is Nielle's best team she's had since she's gotten the job? And I mean, is this a team that could be in a Final Four?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of last year's team, but Linda didn't play last year, right? And she missed most of Olivia Miles.
Yeah, she missed the year.
Missed most of last year. So yeah, I think adding that element, I don't know if there's a better combination of guards, you know, than those two, with how many different things they can hurt you with. And having only 6 players is a real blessing right now for them. You know, I remember last year, like, you never sub. So those guys are in there, you gotta deal with them the whole game. Like, you're never looking at them and going, they're gonna get a breather sometime soon. They don't. So those guys are attacking you for the entire 40 minutes, and I don't know that I've seen anybody, you know, up close yet that can do that. So, yeah. You know, obviously they lost 2 games, so there's probably no team out there that you say is unbeatable. And if you put Notre Dame against any other team in the country, I don't think anybody would be surprised if they won that game.